Hey everybody, this is Kevin McCash. Well, I hope everybody's doing okay out there. I guess it's like a good experience for me doing this every day, getting these videos out to you regularly, letting you know what's going on in my life. So yeah, I'm in a parking lot in Montreal and standing over from old hospital, Grand Hospital. I just showed you there, the red brick building. It's a shame about the hospitals, how they've kind of all disappeared. It's not a hospital anymore. I don't know what it is now, but judgments. I'd like to talk today about judgments. You know, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've had very prestigious jobs and worked with prestigious people in my life. And you know, I guess I was kind of ashamed to admit what I do now, actually, because I think I get judgments from people doing what I do. And I never really put this stuff out. In fact, I didn't even make any content or put anything out for anybody because I guess I was enjoying the luxury of just busking, which is what I do now, right now, to pay the bills. And when I first came to Montreal, I met a guy in Malaysia. I played a couple of bars there, and this guy saw me play, and he told me I should come to Montreal and busk. So I came here. I didn't really know what that was, busking. But something just told me that it's maybe not a good idea. I don't know, but it just got stuck in my craw, so eventually I came back and did it. And the thing about it that I find is really good, it's probably actually the best thing I've ever done in my life. Because I don't have any coworkers I have to deal with. Sometimes I have to deal with some other buskers and they act like coworkers, man. They're always trying to mess with their head. I don't know. Maybe they're not trying to mess with my head. But you know, you do get alone, right? At least I do. I get alone in my world. I get kind of isolated. Because I just go in there, I don't have to talk to anybody. I just play my songs. And I will say something about busking, and that is socially I feel quite rejected. Quite a lot, actually. I feel a lot of judgments from people. It might have to do with this Canada. Some people say it's a very cold place. People are cold. People don't really go anywhere, live anywhere else in the world. They just stay here their whole lives and build their friendships up from their childhood, I guess, and they keep those friends. And they don't really need to have any friends. They're not looking for friends, but they watch a lot of TV, I guess. Of course, this is a generalization, but they watch a lot of TV, and TV's always creating these enemies, right? So it's hard for people to separate television reality from reality, I guess. So they already have their friends, so they don't need friends, so they just need to find some enemies. So, I don't know, socially. I just went into a new social situation. I go to the cafe and do my internet work, get these videos out to you. And those people are cool, man. I'm kind of making good relationships there, I think, but I don't know. I could crash tomorrow. So yeah, so I get quite isolated, right? But you know, the thing I've found is that when all else fails, the people of Montreal, they support me, man. They like what I do. They encourage me. People like you, man. This is going out to you people on my mailing list. You're the ones that signed up to my mailing list. And people that saw me playing, liked what I did, got behind what I did, signed up to my mail list. You're the ones I communicate with. Some of you that didn't get on it that way, and I know you from other situations, but I guess I've always been kind of afraid to let people know, because they're going to think, oh, that guy's just a busker, man, we're not going to give him any gigs. But recently I've realized that's not about the gigs, man. It's about communicating with you people. So I always felt like when I got alienated from people, you know, people seem to judge me more when I don't got a guitar than when I do have one. So the only problem is, though, you get judgments too, right? Because people think I'm just a beggar with a good voice. and I get people giving me food, you know, and I'm happy about them giving me food. They don't give me food all the time, and I don't live from that food. I buy my own food, man. I pay my rent, pay my food, I take care of that. But you know, it's kind of like after a while you do kind of turn into a beggar because you're getting this beggar thing. Now there's some of them that have like a PA system and nice clothes and whatever, and people, you know, don't think they're a beggar. But I just do it raw, man. I do it just like Woody did it. I do it just like Robert did it, you know. Do it just like Lead Belly did it, you know. I just play with my guitar, man, and sing. Find out how the metros sound. They're my amplifier, man. Make love to those stations. Yesterday I went to this stop, and you know, these beggars, I tend to ignore them, you know. At the beginning I thought, well, they're just people, you know, whatever. But they always got some game going on, man. They're always trying to do some psycho manipulation. Because they're all about the money, man. Some of them actually even think that's a business for them. It's like they're that deluded. They think that's a business or something, I don't know. Anyways, yesterday I went to this stop, and it's an amazing stop because it has probably the best acoustics I know of in any stop in Montreal. And there was a beggar, and he tried to talk to me, man, tried to do some head game with me. And I just ignored him, because unfortunately I have to ignore them now, because I just mess with their head. And I don't want to connect to them, man. I don't want to connect to their soul, man. Got my own soul to take care of. But you know, the thing that was pretty hard to take was people were giving more monies to the beggar standing there with his cup than they were to me singing my lungs out and singing songs with my whole heart, you know. They were giving money, they'd give some money to me, then they'd give money to him, so I guess they thought I was a beggar. So I guess I've kind of deteriorated. Just take a look at this video and you'll find out I've deteriorated from my appearance. I guess so I look really like a beggar now. Just let myself go. But you know, I just basically ignored the guy and kept going, man, and thought a lot about it while I was playing. And I realized that it's not about the money, man. It's not about that. It's about your soul, man. It's about what you do. It's about your integrity. It's about paying your own bills, man. And it's about having a life, man. It's about getting better. That's kind of what these Viaries are all for me now, you know, up to this point. I don't know, I guess I'll still have some, but it's been a lot of negative comments from me. And, you know, I used to be very enthusiastic and positive, and I felt like I just got slapped down. You know, people trying to pull their so-called humility trip on you. Don't think you're better than you are, you know. So, yeah, I got really negative. So up to this point, it's been probably pretty negative shit I've been talking about, which is probably going to bring you down. Probably thought that was bullshit. I'm looking forward to seeing all the comments that say, dude, you're a dickhead, you're an asshole, you're negative, you're whatever. But I'm just trying to get it out. I hope not at your expense. Well, not really at your expense, because you can just stop watching the video anytime you want. It's not like you were locked in a room with me. So, judgments, yeah. I mean, people, they think you're a beggar, so you kind of turn into one. People think you're a beggar, you turn into one, I guess. They don't even have to tell you. They just, you know, put out their vibe. Eventually it wears you down, man. People are scared of judgments, right? Because, yeah, judgments can really ruin your life, man. So people conform, man. They're afraid of being judged, so they conform. They get a haircut, or they get a job, or they get a retirement savings plan, or whatever. I mean, I guess that's all good stuff. I used to have that stuff too, but I kind of had to walk away from it. So yeah, protect yourself from judgments, man. And it's not all about money, man. Money is kind of like a dirty thing. I kind of hate money, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I guess I must be honest. I kind of hate money. But that's probably just my relationship, my mental relationship to money. We all got those problems. So if someone's making more money than you and his soul is rotten, don't compare yourself to him, man, or her. Don't compare yourself to those people, man. I'm not going to compare myself to no beggar making more money than me. Me singing my heart out, putting my passion, putting my life, putting my experience into what I do, banging on my guitars, trying to give people a moment for their day, try to give them a moment that makes their day more happy. So some beggar's making more money than I am when I'm standing next to him. I'm not going to let that bother me, man, because I know what I am. Money always kind of comes, you're always taken care of. So yeah, don't compare yourself to other people, man, and protect yourself from judgments, and don't get jealous of someone else's life, man. Just look at your own. So those are just a few thoughts I have today. This is a pretty long video. If you can relate to what I said, maybe if this is a little more positive for you now, I hope to be even a little more positive in the future. I might get negative again. Might have a shitty day or something. So yeah, write some comments down, you know. You can say, hey, nice video. Hey, good luck. Something. Or express your thoughts, your real thoughts, man. Open up. And you can use my Viary as a practice for you to get your bullshit out in the comments. And yeah, subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll keep me going, and maybe you'll see even some better stuff that you don't have to think is ridiculous and shut off halfway through. So have a great day, you guys, and looking forward to the adventure. Nice car there, buddy.